It is the Muslim player's turn, and we are winding down from turn number 2. Getting ready to demobilize, and it seems that the Christian players were able to reinforce Antioch pretty strong. Just when Saladin captured Gaston, so wasn't able to slow him down. The thing of it is, down to our last card is the Muslim player. Thinking about getting a diplomatic advantage marker, making a play on that with my diplomatic card here. Adds no modifiers, but I think if I get a roll of 3 or less, I might get it. I'm not sure. I'll have to recheck on that. But other than that, we got to demobilize. Question is, do I move Saladin from Gaston? I think he can hold 4 units out of the 12 of his capacity. So we'll have to see. Is it worth just letting everybody bail, come back in the fall? But winter is coming to an end. It's starting to get too hot. And these guys got to get home to tend to their crops. Now earlier I was saying something about the Ayyubid cavalry. Some of these cavalry numbers. Let me see here. Give an example. Some of these Ayyubid cavalries are rated 3s. Maybe down to your 2s. You can't really see it in the illustrations, but I'm assuming that the 3 represents heavy cavalry and a 2 light cavalry, and so on and so forth. But they don't make that distinction, but in the numbers they do. So another thing is, I need to start setting some traps for the shadowing. That's a good tactic in this game to employ, but as I have to remember, you have to wait in ambush for him to come through, and then hope to make an escape to avoid battle, which should be pretty easy if you got all cavalry. I mean, they got the modifiers in there for it. All right, so what do we do here? Have to decide. It's the Saladin. Go back to Mosul for the spring. Does he stay there and keep these guys under siege? Or do I just go for a diplomatic advantage marker, hoping to get the assassins units in the next turn? Because it's only the last turn's it. And we got to get these 5 points at Antioch. Then we can move on to Jerusalem and other victory points. We'll look at the victory requirements. But Muslim player, sudden death, loss. If I don't get 19 victory points, I think, by game turn 3. I only got like 14 or 15 right now. So we'll be back. Find out what the Muslim player is going to do. Alright, for that diplomatic advantage marker. If you defeat an enemy force that has at least a 1 leader in it, blah 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 blah. Hold on. If you capture a stronghold that is also a victory space, well, it was a victory space because you can get a half a victory point, but you'll never get that. But it also says if you successfully assault a castle that is not a victory point space, you also roll to gain the marker. A roll of 1 succeeds, a roll of 6 gives it to your opponent, so you gotta take a chance there. But yeah, we can go ahead and roll for that, what do you call it? Diplomatic advantage marker without doing anything with my card right now, so we'll go ahead and do that. Muslim needs a roll of a 1, but not a 6. Oh, he gets it. Oh, victory point in my Muslim force pool. Alright, well that changes all kinds of things here now. So now, do I want to roll for the, I'll use this card. I'll try to get the assassins. What we got here for the assassins? Muslims need a 0. Huh. I need me a -1 modifier. Let's roll. Let's see this real quick. Read the rules, be right back. Alright. The following modifiers apply to that roll I'm talking about. -2 if you control the power's capital. I don't. Events may modify the roll. I don't have an event. Now this one will apply if you had the diplomatic advantage marker. You may spend or expend it to increase or decrease by 1. So I would need a -1. I need another 1 to get it. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I just don't. I guess either way I'm going to have to try it. There's no way I can control his capital. Unless I invade him and then they'll go over to the other side. They're neutral. Huh. Alright, well, let's go ahead and roll. Looking for a 1. That's all we can do. What am I doing here? I will expend this card. This will be the last card of the Muslim player. As you can see here, I get no modifiers. That's what this little number is here. Can use the minus number on that. If you have a +1, you'll want to play this when your opponent rolls for a diplomatic advantage marker. This is a 0, so I'll use this just to initiate the event. But I will get a -1 because I have the diplomatic advantage marker. And I need a 0 to get the assassins. Rolling for the Muslim player. 2. This is it by 1. Alright. Get us out of here. That's the card. That is it. It is the Christian player's last card. Or how many cards did a Christian player have? Whoop, he's only got 1. Alright. Let's see what we got to go here. That's it. So, when demobilization comes, I'll have to decide whether I'm thinking about keeping Saladin there, keeping the siege on. I'll look and see if there's any advantages to maybe going somewhere else, but this is where everything is. Oh, you know what? There ain't that many guys down here in Acre. That might be he's be bailed on these guys, on this place, to reinforce this place. Might be good to come on down here. Alrighty, I see opportunity. Hold on a second. Alright, thank you for the cough button. Alright, let me see here. Alright, Christian. Got a card. What are we doing here? Don't want to do that. Attacker. Ain't attacking. Ain't attacking, so I got a 1. I could get my forces ready. I can make a faster move. What do I want to do? I'll be right back. Well, was going to bail out of old Alexandretta. I got a men of war or an infantry unit in there. Oops. There I go. Faux pas. But from Antioch, he's blocked off. Can't go through there. So 1, 2, 3. I can't go nowhere. Thought about naval movement, but number 1 requirement I think is he needs a leader with him. And number 2, you gotta have a 3-out card. I only have a 1. Other than that, I think that's it. I ain't messing around. There's somebody at this. Jerusalem's pretty well stocked. If I see anybody coming in making a move for Acre, I can get them on out of there pretty quick. And I just have to do what I can. He's pretty strong. I got a commander at least. I can move over there, so we can get a commander to throw in his battle rating and see how that is. I think we're pretty strong up there too. So let's wait and see how the cards are dealt. So the Christian player therefore is going to discard, and that will end. Let me go back over here. Press. All right. It'll end the strategy phase. Ready for demobilization. Demobilize, and like we all know from watching, Christians don't demobilize, just the green Muslim players do. But they got all kinds of criteria that involve that too. Like I said, Do we keep Saladin there, or do we disperse him, bring him back in the fall? We'll find out. We'll be back. Alright, well, it says Muslim player goes first, so what we have done differently is we evacuated Cairo and everybody from here. Now, it says in a captured city, and with a leader, I could have kept him there, but I bailed him out. We'll redeploy him in the fall. But here is my nice stack of Ayubin. Well, let me go ahead and move this over here. But you see, I'm going to filter this out even more if I can. Make sure I've got this right. All right. So, ready to mobilize in the spring for the Muslim is a nice leader. Some heavy cavalry, just one. All kinds of light cavalry, and one that's been reduced. Now on the Christian player side, I was tempted to demobilize some Hospitallers and Templars. That's my option. But I don't have any to demobilize except the ones in Jerusalem. I'm sure I could have demobilized them. I was hoping that this unit up here was a Templar or Hospitaller, but he's just a regular infantry for Antioch. So this is what it looks like. Oh, and another thing is the leader, in this case Saladin, who has a command rating of 12, is able to retain half of his command rating, so he's got 6 units on there. So that is how I'm going to play the demobilization. I'll be right back. So then after we demobilize, we come up here and we move the end of turn marker. So let me come up here and get us a little bit more room here. We're at turn number 3, and the markers are all by itself for a change. Alright, next turn, this is it. Do or die on this turn. If the Muslim player avoids sudden death, he's got to deal with all those Crusaders on their way. But before we do that, we look at the old victory. There's no victory check yet. It ain't the end of the game. We'll go back here, ready for the replacement phase. And let me see here. End of turn, victory. Can't remember, replacement phase. So we start a new sequence of play. This is the replacement phase. Alright. Let me check out all this. They got replacement rates and everything, so I'm going to check that out and we'll be right back.